All right, what's up, everybody? So we're going to run through a practice session here. Now, not everybody has time to be able to go and practice every single day, let alone be able to practice for an hour or 2 hours a day, just repeating shot after shot after shot. Some of us actually only have maybe a half an hour a day, and if we can't even get out every single day, some of us can only get out once or twice a week, if that. So when we go to practice, we need to make sure we're getting the most out of our practice and we're doing the right things to prepare our body, prepare our mind, and make sure we know what we need to do going into an event. So here's what I do. I'm going to show you exactly what my routine is for the most part when it comes to getting prepared for an event. Now, it doesn't take days upon days upon days of practice to get you mentally prepared or even physically prepared to go out to an event. So the first thing I do is always go through all my drills. There's a couple different drills that I do that help me to get myself in line to make sure that my physical game is in shape before I go and take full approaches and try to throw shots and actually practice certain things. So a half an hour regimen may just consist of 15 or 20 minutes of just doing drills, and maybe then another 10 minutes of making shots in certain parts of the lanes that I struggle at, and then another couple of minutes shooting spares and working with different bowling balls. So here's the first drill that we do. When we go to the lane, we come up. I haven't even thrown a single shot yet, and I'm actually really tight because I just got done working out. I had my lunch hour, so I work out at lunch hour because I don't have any other time. That's just another example. I try to make time for things as much as possible. So the first thing we're going to do just to get loose is we're going to stand at the foul line, left foot forward, right foot back, however you want to do it. We're just going to swing it a few times and just release the ball exactly how you want to release the ball. Make sure your hand's in the spot that you want your hand to be in. Now, it doesn't matter how many pins you knock down or if you even know where the ball's going for the most part. That's not what we're worried about. We're just worried about getting loose and getting our hand to do the right thing at the bottom of the swing. So you're going to do that however many times it takes. For me, it's usually about, I don't know, maybe anywhere between 5 and 7 shots that I do this for, to make sure my hand is doing the right thing, okay? So once you're a little bit more loose, you get your arm a little loose from there, then you're going to move on to a one-step drill to help continue to get you loose, and then to work on your balance, to make sure you're landing on your slide foot properly, and you're also getting your hand in the right spot, just as you were with no step. So the one step's just with your left foot back, your right foot forward, and you're going to swing the ball. As soon as the ball gets to the top of the swing, that's when you're going to step forward with your left foot, and you're going to hold your balance on that slide foot and just continue through the shot. So here, let me show you again. And again, I'm going to do this for probably 5 or 6 shots to try to make sure that I feel fairly comfortable where I'm at with the ball, with my feet, with my hand, with my physical game all together. So we're going to swing, step, keep your balance, just let the ball come through your hand, or let your hand come through the ball. So then after you do that, however many times it takes for you to feel comfortable, like you're doing the right thing. I'm going to do one more because that one felt I was a little wobbly with my feet. So I'm going to do one more. And again, remember I said I was normally would do about 5 or 6. So I'm rushing through this a bit to try to make this video not be a half hour long. So we're going to make sure I'm here, swing. That's better. Now, I felt more balanced, felt more everything on my left foot. My swing felt okay. It was going in the right direction, so now I can move forward. Now we're going to step back, and we're going to do a 3-step drill. 3-step drill is just what you see with a lot of the PBA guys when they're standing in front of the ball return. They have the ball, they swing it, and then they step, and they take 3 steps, and they go. This is a really good technique, not only for getting loose here as you back yourself up into a full approach, but for getting in front of the ball return, so that way if you get so far, the ball return gets in the way, you have the ability to do something like this and not feel like you're shut out because you can't move far enough left. So again, left foot back, right foot forward. We're going to swing it, and as soon as you swing the ball, you're going to step with your left foot. And and everything stays the same. So even though now you're taking 3 steps, now you're just actually, you're still focused on your balance, you're still focused on the swing, your hand, all those same things you were just focused on all the way through your 1 step and no step. So we're going to do that, again, probably about 6 or 7 times. For you, it can be however many times it takes you to feel comfortable. Now, you may not be very good at doing this, so this may not be a drill you do, you know, to get loose. This may be something you just practice to try to get better at. And again, it's all about balance. It's all about having a free swing. It's all about making sure your hand's in the right spot and not worrying about how many pins you knock down on the lane. So let's move forward now. So after we've done that about 5 or 6 times, we're going to move on to a 4-step. This is what I call a modified 4-step. You're going to move up on the approach to where you would if you take a normal 4-step. If you take 5, obviously you have to move up a little bit. You're going to have the ball to your side, arm out in front, okay? And then as we swing it, your arm will come to the side. You just don't want to let this arm get way behind you out here, okay? So as we swing, it's just all about keeping a free, loose swing. You're just taking 4 steps, and you're swinging it forward. And again, just about balance. It's all about balance. It's about having a free swing, and it's about keeping your hand where you want it to be, okay? You're going to do that however many times, probably 5 or 6 times for me again, just to make sure I feel like I know what's going to happen with my body. Let me do it again real quick. Ball to the side, hand out in front. Good. So after we do that a few times, we move on. Now we do the same thing, except we're taking 5 steps. If you don't take a 5-step approach, you don't need to worry about doing this step. You just stop at 4. This is where you would then go into your normal approach. But for us normal, or for us, I said normal people, like 5 steps normal. But for us 5-step approach guys and gals, we're going to now back up to where we would normally stand. Same thing, ball by your side, arm out in front. And you're just going to swing it from the bottom. Just swing it up. Keep everything loose. And just focus on your feet. Focus on your tempo with your footwork. Focus on your arm swing. Just get everything loose and in line. Make sure you're doing the right thing. So now, after we've done that a few times, getting loose, now our body's nice and loose. We have our physical game in shape to where we want it to be. For the most part, you may struggle in some of these drills. Whatever drill you struggle with, spend a little bit more time with that. So now we move forward. So now we're actually going to work on our actual practice session. So we got to figure out what we're good at and what we're not good at. For me, I've struggled lately playing further in and getting the ball to go through the pins still. So I'm going to throw a few shots from further in, trying to create the right shape. Let's see what we got. I'm going to move left. Woo! A little uneasy with the balance there with the first full approach. But that's okay. It was still a pretty good shot. We just want to make sure we get everything going in the right direction. Now, what this game is all about is it's all about angles. It's all about making sure you create the right angles. So even if your physical game isn't perfect every shot, if your angles are right, you're going to give yourself a chance to strike. Give yourself a chance to strike more often. Yeah, throw a good one to keep our balance. Visualize it. That's usually where I struggle, is right there. I can get the ball to go in the right direction. I can get it to do the right thing in the middle of the lane. It's the back part of the lane that I struggle with. So for me, that's just going to be a minor change, I think, to get that ball to go through the pins. I'm going to try and get my hand around it just a little bit more. See if I can get it to finish a little higher up in the pocket. Definitely got it to finish a little higher up in the pocket. So now I'm going to shoot at a spare, which I should be shooting at my spares throughout every one I leave anyway, as it's the most important part of the game. Don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise. So everything stays the same, make your spares, move on. So after you practice whatever it is you struggle for a while, once you start to feel comfortable, now it's not time to stay there and gain comfortable, be more comfortable. It's time to move into another spot to make yourself uncomfortable again. So for me, I'm gonna take my plastic ball and I'm gonna play a little bit straighter and see if I can't get lined up with that. All right, not bad. So I'm gonna shut my angles down a little bit. And I'm just gonna try to make as good a shots as I possibly can. And I'm gonna pay attention to my bad shots more than my good shots, because I'm gonna try to make sure that those bad shots don't happen anymore. I'm gonna move one right, I'm gonna keep my eyes the same. Perfect. All right, so now we do that. Now I'm just cutting this short. I'm not gonna go through the whole practice. Obviously, I would be throwing a whole lot more shots than this, but the idea is to challenge yourself during practice in certain spots. Go through your drills, make sure your physical game's up to par, challenge yourself on the lanes, challenge yourself to make all of your spares that you leave, and then challenge yourself into playing parts of the lanes that you're not used to playing, so that way you get better at that. When you go to an event, you're not going to be able to just play your A game the whole time. You're going to have to play your B, C, and D game. You're going to have to figure out what to do on the lanes. So we create these videos to help you to get better at this. So hopefully this practice video will help you to understand, all right, I can't just go into a bowling center and throw shot after shot after shot, striking in a part of the lane that I'm good at playing. That does you no good. You have to go in with a plan to physically get better in one part or another in order to actually start to get better at the game. Because if that one shot that you really like to play isn't there, now what? Now you're screwing yourself and you're not going to be able to be the best that you can possibly be, because you're so prone on playing just that one part of the lane. So we need to start getting better on all of them. So the next time you go practice, go through your drills, go through making all your spares, challenge yourself all throughout the lane, and I promise you, you will get better. So I hope this helps. Leave the comments below if you have other advice for anybody. If you feel like you have other things that you like to do when you practice, let me know. I'd love to hear it. So until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Make sure to sign up for the Mug Club. We'll talk about all this plus more in the podcast of the Mug Club, and you get the cool mug shown over here. So we'll see you guys later. Take care.